the best evening routine for fat loss and longevity in 2025. Your evening routine is either helping you to burn fat whilst you're asleep, or it's making you wake up tired, bloated, stuck in fat storage mode, because night is when we burn fat. So if you're struggling with low energy, with gut issues or just weight loss issues in general, what you do before bed could be the missing piece to your jigsaw. And today I'm going to share with you the ultimate science-backed nighttime routine to help you sleep better, to help you burn fat overnight, and to wake up feeling amazing. Stick around to the end, because I'm also going to share with you a simple habit that will boost your body's natural human growth hormone, HGH, which is your secret weapon for fat burning and also for anti-aging. For those of you who haven't met me before, my name is Emma Voysey and I'm a health coach, and on this channel I'm sharing with you the tips and tricks and lifestyle practices and changes that I made to transform my own health from my early 50s, when I was overweight, bloated, with gut issues that have been hanging around for a decade. I had joint pains, I had brain fog, I was struggling with weight control, and I was just thinking it just wasn't getting any better, and I was starting to worry about how I was going to control my weight anymore when I just physically didn't have the energy to exercise the way I always had done. And energy was at an all-time low, and I was feeling pretty naffed off about it. And if any of that resonates with you, if any of that sounds or feels like I could be talking about you, then listen on, because I've got so much information to share with you. And I'm coming to you today from my home in Andorra. I've come up to the Ordino Arcali ski area, which is just beautiful today because we've had loads of snow over the last 24 hours. It's still snowing, and I just wanted to come up here with Mikey, let him stretch his legs in the snow. He loves the snow. And also to then perhaps go for a little ski, because it's just too nice not to. So look at that beautiful view. Can you see somebody up there going off-piste? There is quite an avalanche risk today because it's March. So, the temperatures are warming up. So big, heavy snow like this. Take care, you guys. I won't be going off-piste, I can assure you. So let's get into first of all, your best nighttime routine. And if you enjoy this video, please share it with your friends and family and anyone else who needs to know this stuff. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss a notification when I release a new video. Why does your nighttime routine matter so much? And why does it boost fat loss and longevity? So your body burns fat and repairs cells and balances your hormones whilst you're asleep, but only if you set it up in the right way. Your brain literally, your spinal fluid goes up into your brain and washes your brain whilst you're asleep, but again, only if the conditions are correct. And if you're stressed, if you're eating late or you're getting poor sleep, then you're making it much, much harder on yourself to lose fat. So here's what to do instead. And as I've said before, sleep is the foundation of everything else. It is the most important thing. It's the missing part to so many people's routines. So what is your best nighttime routine for fat loss and deep sleep? So number one, stop eating at least 3 hours before you go to bed. And for some people, this is going to be really difficult, because many people actually eat through the evening, perhaps drinking alcohol as well, snacking whilst watching stuff on the TV, and it's very counterproductive to getting a decent night's sleep. It raises insulin and it blocks your body's fat burning ability, and it disrupts your deep sleep. Now, insulin is high or at its highest earlier in the day and lower later in the day. And if you're hungry in the evening, after you've had your dinner and time goes on and you think you need something to eat, just try, how about a herbal tea or a little bone broth, something really light, but try to just stop eating after dinner and then make sure that you leave that 3-hour buffer so that you digest your food properly. Taper down slowly. You don't have to go in at the deep end and stop eating after lunch and not eat again, but this is something that you should aim to make a good habit in order to reclaim your good sleep at night time. And the next thing you need to think about is blocking blue light from your eyes at least 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. So blue light is that junk light that comes from screens. It's coming from the TV, it's coming from your computer screen, it's certainly coming from your phone screen. And that light in our eyes in the evenings tells our brain that it's time to wake up. And that's absolutely the last thing that you want, is for your brain to be telling you it's time to wake up, when actually you want to be getting down into a restful situation. Screens will shut down melatonin production, which is your body's key sleep and fat burning hormone, and that's phones, computer screens, even TVs. Also, overhead lights like LED lights are also emitting this blue light, this junk blue light that we don't want in our eyes in the evening. So try wearing blue light blocking glasses. Switch to low lighting, low lighting with lamps or even candles, but not bright overhead lights. And you certainly don't want any fluorescent light in your eyes in the evenings. If you choose candles, remember, don't go for scented candles because the chemicals that they have in them are also terrible for your brains. So initially, when I started turning off all the lights in the evenings, my husband kicked off. He kept turning them back on. Do we have to live like we're in a cave? And I explained to him why I was doing it, and it took him a little while, but he's now on board with it, and we just turn the lights down in the evenings, and it just gets, once it's dark, we're trying not to have bright light in our eyes because it's going to improve our sleep quality. I've lost my dog. Mikey! Mikey! Mikey's loving the snow. Mikey! So magnesium and electrolytes for deep sleep and for your metabolism. So most people are magnesium deficient, which leads to poor sleep, to muscle cramps, to sugar cravings, interestingly. So if you take magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate before you go to bed, you will aid relaxation and metabolic support. Come over here, you. Consider adding electrolytes to support hydration and reduce nighttime waking. So I drink electrolytes in my water. Hi, Mikey. I drink electrolytes in my water through the daytime, and I've noticed since I've started doing that it improves my sleep and it stops me waking up quite so frequently because I think I was dehydrated before. The next thing you can try is having a short walk or stretching before bed. And again, if you have a dog, a short walk before you go to bed, quite straightforward. Just, go out and walk the dog last thing before you turn in. And also do some stretching, or you could do some yoga before you go to sleep. That will help you to relax because light movement lowers your stress hormones and improves digestion and improves your blood sugar regulation before you go to sleep. And even 5 to 10 minutes of stretching, of foam rolling or deep breathing, some meditation can help the body switch into that fat burning overnight mode that you want it to be in. Yeah, evening yoga, fantastic way to wind down. Next one is cold therapy or a cool room. So sleeping in a cooler room, 17 to 19 degrees centigrade or 62 to 66 degrees Fahrenheit will trigger your brown fat activation. And that's going to help you burn more white fat overnight. So brown fat is it's also known as brown adipose tissue. It's the fat that babies have when they're born. They have a lot of it between their shoulder blades, and it helps them to stay warm because babies don't have the ability to shiver, which we gain as we get older. It's the type of fat that bears have to help them get through hibernation. And so whereas white fat is made up of big droplets of lipids or fatty acids, and that which builds up and gets stored when you take in extra calories over and above what you need to use for your energy. The cells in the brown fat are packed with mitochondria, and these mitochondria, which are like the little powerhouses of your cells, they're rich in iron, which gives the brown fat its brown colouring. And they're like the heart of each of your cells, and they take in nutrients and they break them down to make those nutrients into energy. So brown fat stores more energy in a smaller space than white fat. So having extra brown fat is a good thing. And sleeping in a cooler room is going to trigger brown fat activation, which will help you burn more of the white fat overnight. A quick cold shower, if you can bear it, or a cold plunge, or even just splashing your face with ice cold water can improve your sleep quality and improve your metabolism. Sleeping with a window open if it's cold outside is perfect because then you're getting fresh air and you're lowering the temperature in the room. And conversely, you can also use a sauna. So you can go to the other extreme and have a sauna, obviously very, very hot, to help you with relaxation and detoxification and with your sleep quality. Because research shows that using a sauna increases human growth hormone by up to 5 times, which is amazing, isn't it? Which is crucial, again, for fat loss, for muscle recovery, and for anti-aging. And it also improves your circulation, it reduces inflammation, and it helps you enter into a state of deep sleep more quickly. I can't believe that Mikey hasn't got really cold paws. He's quite happily, if you can see him over there, he's quite happily burrowing around in the snow in his bare feet. God, my hands would be absolutely freezing. I've had to put my gloves on. If you don't have a sauna, I have a sauna, like a big sleeping bag, which is a sauna, which I use sometimes. It's an infrared sauna, but it's a bag that you just climb into. And if you don't have one of those, then you can just have a really hot bath and put some Epsom salts into your bath. Epsom salts are full of magnesium, which is absorbed through the pores of your skin, which is also going to help you with relaxation. And if you are going to use Epsom salts in a therapeutic dose, then you need to be using at least like half a kilo, a good pound or more in a hot bath, as hot as you can stand it, as hot as you can make the water, and have a really good soak, like half an hour in there. And that will also help you to relax. Come on, over here. You can't go onto the ski runs, Mikes. God, he's going to get himself run over in a minute, especially as the ski is coming right down here. So what to avoid before bed? Biggest fat loss mistakes. Late night snacking, especially the carbs and sugars, they're going to spike your insulin and disrupt fat burning. Caffeine after 2 p.m. in the afternoon is going to block your deep sleep. Even if you think it doesn't, it takes the body 24 hours to process out the effects of 1 cup of coffee. That's your liver doing all that work, and it takes your liver 24 hours to get rid of the effects of 1 cup of coffee. So just have the coffee in the morning, don't have any after 2 in the afternoon, because even if you don't think it does, it's going to disrupt your sleep. Going to bed stressed, really big no-no. It raises your cortisol, stress hormone, making fat loss much, much harder. And also intense workouts late in the evening. So, finishing work and then rushing off to the gym and really going for it with an insanity class, and now it's 8 o'clock or 8:30 at night and you haven't had your dinner yet, and really poor strategy for relaxing towards bedtime. Try and do your main exercise earlier in the day wherever possible, because it's going to, again, spike your cortisol and delay the onset of deep sleep. And if you're asleep but you're not in deep sleep, then you really are just wasting time when you could be getting much better quality sleep. Also making fat loss harder. And so just to recap over everything, if you're feeling exhausted, you're stuck, you're struggling with fat loss, try this evening routine try some of the things I've suggested. Try it for a week. I promise you're going to feel the difference. And let me know in the comments, which of these habits are you already doing? Tell me some other things that you do that you can share with the rest of us to give us more insight into how to improve our sleep quality. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and share it with somebody who you think needs to hear it. And one last one just before I go is absolute big no-no, and I'm still astonished that people do this: leaving your phone on next to your bed at night time. Just having your phone switched on, even if it's silenced, even if the notifications are silenced, it's right there next to your bed and it's communicating with the base station. Look, there's your phone communicating. It's no good for you. It's like having a fire alarm going off in your brain all night long. Turn off your phone unless you have to have it there for whatever reason you have to have your phone switched on. Just switch it off and switch the box off as well while you're at it. Switch your Wi-Fi box off so that those Bluetooth conversations between those gadgets aren't going on through you, past you, around you all night long, because it does disrupt your brain. It does affect the way our brains and our brain's ability to relax. And on that note, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. And from Arcalise on this snowy afternoon, see you next time. Bye for now.